During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Hi guys, welcome aboard, and welcome to Revenge of the Sis. Sorry I got distracted.
That was my fault. I apologize.
I was getting scolded like Royce is my mother as we're going live. Don't scratch your face.
No, I was just doing it because I don't want you. It's for the show.
Well, I noticed that area is turning. First time I've ever scratched it, which means I have a zit.
All right. I apologize. I won't do it. I will not happen again.
So, for future reference, when we're going, and 3, 2, hey, by the way, you have a zit, and 1, go.
Yeah, well,
kind of throws me off.
I apologize.
Hi, guys. Welcome aboard Revenge of the Sis. Continuing the media insurgency. I am so fucking... dude, at least once a week I get up and I'm in a good mood, and then it's just... You just read like 4 retarded things.
I know.
And I'm just starting my day now in a bad mood.
What made you in a bad mood first?
Okay, well, this Asia Argento thing is getting bad. It's getting bad, though.
Wait, there's a new stuff?
No, it's just a fact. Oh, God, it really is. It's going to bother me now. There's pictures going around of her with this kid. Like, the old kid.
You saw the video of the movie?
Yeah, the trailer is disturbing.
Yeah.
There's pictures of just her and the kid that like he's like 8 years old, and she's like at award ceremonies all cuddling with him, and it just creates weird context when you find out that she banged him.
What was the name of the movie? Do we remember?
I don't know. Somebody tweeted the trailer to us.
Yeah, I just want to see the trailer because I want to play the trailer, but
it's some really long, annoying title like "The Heart is Deceitful of the." Whatever.
Rose McGowan is facing backlash because she went yesterday on Twitter and was saying we need to be gentle and we have to see we have to wait till more evidence comes out. I'm like, you bitch. You've been out there, and everybody who says me too when it's a chick, you've
Hang
been
on,
like,
hang on. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
yeah,
here.
it's a, whoa, guys.
As there's like literally tons of guys with their heads on spikes outside the building.
Looks like the first season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and it's just suddenly Joffrey's like, "Hey guys, let's dial this back a little bit, huh? We can't go crazy.
Come on,
We
guys.
can't cut the heads off of everyone." You're like, "Whoa, wait a minute! You literally opened up the show by murdering the main character."
Dude,
Can't do that shit.
It's
I'm trying to find it now. And
I'll pull it up.
It disappeared. I don't know what happened.
what's the name of the accuser? Jimmy Bennett, I believe.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah, not to be confused with Jimmy Olsen, who I keep thinking.
No,
is-
he's not Superman's best friend.
It's just Superman's BFF.
Jimmy Olsen's black, by the way, in the Supergirl TV show. The heart is deceitful above all things.
There you go. That's a fucking marketable
That's
title.
It's a memorable title,
I
right?
can't find it. I had it earlier. Now it just
I got
disappeared.
it. I got
Yeah.
you. I got you, fam. Here you go.
They sure didn't do anything to stop the social workers when they came to take you away, now didn't they?
Is that his little kid hand?
Look at the bunny. Right here, honey. No! You will not trash.
That's him.
Yeah, that's him.
That's him at 7.
Yes, and can I also clarify too? Like, this was one of those like edgy, arty films, and it looks in addition to being very disturbing, it looks pretty terrible. Like,
Yeah.
it looks really bad. It looks like one of those. Remember, like the new age of film directors when we were like in high school that were all terrible. Like the fucking Richard Linklater, and then there was like the gay gooky fag guy,
The one who did
that
Pink
made,
Flamingos. John Waters.
John Waters is from like I'm talking about our generation, like the
Okay, I'm
90s.
sorry, yeah.
There was like this new queer cinema. It's like how Rose McGowan and all these little shitty.
Who's the person that did Train Spotting? You mean those kind of movies?
No, that was Guy Ritchie. Those were kind of cool, but Guy Ritchie, I think, was more late 90s, early 2000s. I'm talking about like the mid 90s. There was like
Equilibrium?
Greg Araki was one of them. Larry Clark, the fucking dirtbag who did all the basically glorified child pornography films. There were all these like directors. This feels like one of those kind of movies, you know. Like Greg Araki was another one that I remember seeing his movies in high school and being like, "Whoa, this stuff is so edgy," but like you know, you get older and you're like, "That was a fucking waste of time."
There was the other weird one. I'm thinking it might be the same guy you're talking about.
It was all pornography.
The
young
Rose McGowan was in it. She was 16 years old in the movie. Was it called Girls or Girl or something like? Fuck, it's gonna bother me.
It was there was a movie. There was 3 movies that Greg Araki guy made, like the Doom Generation, and there was something else. But
Yeah, Greg Araki. Yeah, he made that movie. You're right. That's the one. It was what was it called? She was 16 in it. Come on, it's gonna bother me. But okay, go on. I know what you're saying.
yeah, it was the Doom Generation. There was a couple other movies like that.
Right.
But there was this whole dark, like edgy thing in the 90s where everybody was like just like make movies that are basically pornography disguised as film. And then also add a lot of cursing and a lot of drug use and make it edgy and nihilistic, man. And that was like every movie of the 90s. And that's what this kind of feels like. It's like that like Greg Araki sort of new 90s cinema that was out at the time. Like just everything
Right.
was edgelordy.
Kids. The movie was called Kids.
Yeah, it was Larry Clark.
Yeah.
Kids.
That
and then
was the movie
he
I was
did
thinking
Bully.
about.
He did
Which was filmed in South Florida.
he did a lot of creepy, shitty movies, and all of Larry Clark's stuff was child porn disguised as films. And even to this day, like I said that like almost a year ago on this show about like we talk about all these creepy producers. Nobody ever brings up Larry Clark, and I'm like, Larry Clark was a fucking ghoul. I'm surprised nobody's ever come out and said, like, most of the kids that worked on Larry Clark films, other than like Rosario Dawson is like the only one that came out okay. The rest of them were all like train wrecks after doing Larry Clark movies. Chloe Sevigny, the guy Justin, what was his name? Justin Pierce was in Kids. He killed himself.
Oh yeah.
There was Brad Renfro was in his movies. Nick Stahl was in his movies. These are all actors that grew up having massive fucking mental problems. They're all, half of them are dead. They all had drug issues. You know, so this is like, you know, just sort of this in the same vein. These are the people that are left in charge of kids like Jimmy Bennett. You know, these are the kind of directors that Asia Argento would have wanted to work with back then.
This house. I went through a lot.
I will agree, though. It's also the qualities. On top of what
Terrible.
you're saying, the quality is also terrible. It's like, it's filmed like an art house film. You know what I mean? Because even the dude, like Kids was still filmed like a real movie. You know what I mean? This is like gross and also filmed like a college student would do like in the 90s in UF. You know what I mean?
Gross and also massively technically flawed.
Right.
You
It's,
know what I
it's,
mean?
I don't, dude.
It's not like Zack Snyder made this weird,
No,
inappropriate movie, and you're
exactly.
like, man, that man knows cinematography. He knows how to make a movie look good.
Like it's not like David Lynch where it's really weird, but at least the guy knows how to film a movie.
Yeah, like
you know?
Lost Highway. I can watch that movie. I don't get it.
But you go watch
But you
it.
go, wow, did a
Smart.
good job.
I mean, I don't know what anything means.
Yeah, he does a great job with his nonsense.
Yeah.
To get you back. And you better start showing some gratitude. I'm your mother.
Are we gonna get a boom mic or
No, this is fine.
Where are we gonna-
No, this is fine. Would you just want to use the
boom mic? Maybe we put some sound baffles around the scene so we can kind of.
No, this is
It's
fine.
really echoing off that drywall.
Nah,
Do we want to
it's,
keep that?
No, this is good.
Because it's really sounds
It'll
very
sound
tinny.
it'll sound grittier. It'll grittier.
What are you, Paul O? Seriously, that was a Paul O moment. Well, you know, Kubrick back in the day used to use
fuck.
backlighting naturally because it would. God, that's one of the greatest all-time bits. Louis C.K. going, "Did you just compare yourself to Stanley Kubrick? How dare you, sir?"
Some gratitude.
This is a Paul O movie.
Yeah, it is.
This is Gap.
Gap 2.
This is Gap.
Yeah,
oh
this
my
This
God.
one's called Age Gap.
That's not good. That's
That's the name of it.
oh my God.
Can't say I wanted you. Can't say I didn't do rabbit's tricks to try and get ready. If my father let me.
By the way,
Lo-
even like the worst piece of shit single mother doesn't conduct themselves like this. Like, I love these movies, right? Where they create this like crazy idea of a wild, out of control single mom. So, like, every single mom who still endangers their kids, but they're not this outrageous, they feel like justified. Like all these moms that like eat OxyContin and drive their kids to school and
Right.
shit. They go, well, I'm not like this. They glamorize it.
It really it people think they
Like
you're
just
right.
because you're not fucking a guy on the hood of your car in front of your kid doesn't mean you're not a shitty single mother when you're driving your kids to school drunk on a box of wine, Helen.
Yeah, Helen.
Or we gotta the boomers are named Helen. We gotta bring that down. Caitlin.
Skylar.
I'm being flushed down some toilet.
Come on, boy. You ain't listening to me. You ain't gonna be pissing your pants no more, you hear me?
Yeah, because by the way, I don't know if you guys know this right now. Again, I'm no expert on child rearing. Although Asia Argento sure knows how to rear a child. That wasn't nice. I don't know a lot about raising children, but I will tell you that generally speaking,
You're not supposed to fuck them when you're done.
most credible psychologists would tell you that when your child pees, you probably shouldn't immediately whip the shit out of them with a belt because generally, right? It's going to make them very weird about peeing for the rest of their
Forever,
lives.
yeah.
Like, they're either going to pee everywhere all the time or they're never going to pee and they're just going to die of a bladder
Sort
infection.
of kidney infection.
Yeah, like you have to fucking go a little easy on them.
Someone's frozen age like, oh, we have to know their ROTC at the movies. I'm not gonna put myself through this movie.
Yeah, I'm not watching
I'm
this.
sorry. No, we don't love you guys that much.
I didn't know you had it in you to be so fatherly.
Hey, pay attention. It's not the little boy.
Is that
I don't know who it is, but she could get it.
No, but that's from the fucking Beetlejuice movie. Mr. Deeds.
No, that's not Winona Ryder.
Yeah, hold on.
That's not Winona Ryder.
By the way, right now, you know what's funny? This movie has probably maybe been pulled up twice on IMDb, and now it's probably the most looked up movie. Let me see. Cast. Asia Argento, Jimmy Bennett, Kara Kemp. No, she would
It's
be
not
higher.
Winona Ryder. Trust me, I could spot Winona Ryder. That was one of the biggies growing up. She was one of the holy grails. It's great value on Ryder.
That's Sci-Fi Channel. That's Renona Wider.
Winona Strider.
Renona Strider.
What?
God is a refuge for us.
This is deep because I'm driving slowly. Oh my God! It's so okay, but this guy I know.
You know what? You know what the worst part about this is like Asia Argento was in this movie, right? Mm-hmm. And then Weinstein and Robert Rodriguez and all these guys wanted to fuck her, so they were all like, this is great. I like the spinny face thing you did. That was really can you imagine Robert Rodriguez just trying to get his dick sucked at Cannes, and he's like, yeah, no, it was
Yeah, it was great.
it was good stuff. Because he's Robert Rodriguez. He's made legitimate art on $20,000 budgets. He has made
That's a good point.
beautiful
You're right.
film, Desperado.
Really good movie.
I'm not big in. I like the other Desperado movies, the later ones. The first one's not my thing.
I thought it was great.
Just Salma Hayek and Benicio del Toro fucking the whole movie, which is fine. Just wasn't really on it. But it is a technically masterful film that was made with no money. And the thing, again, the plot, Desperado's not my. I like Once Upon a Time in Mexico, but you can watch Desperado and go, he made this with how much money?
Yeah.
Holy shit. He cared about his product. This is
Peter
we
Fonda.
wanted to make a pretentious sack of shit.
Peter Fonda's in it.
Will not mark the Lord.
And of course, the Christians are the bad ones in this.
Yes! The Christians are the bad ones.
1, 2.
I want to tell you why Jesus came. I want to tell you to be ready.
So
can
she
I ask-
banged this kid?
Yeah. So can I ask a question?
Sure.
Why is it, Peter Fonda and you satanic Hollywood degenerates, I just want to ask you guys a question. Why is it that this here is obviously, manipulating a child? It is, what's the word I'm looking for? Indoctrinating. There you go. You'll admit, because you're portraying it as such in this film, that this sort of thing to a kid that age is indoctrination, right? I can agree with you on that. Why can't you agree with me that pumping a kid that age full of hormones and cutting his wee-wee off isn't indoctrination? Why is this kid doing this indoctrination, but him joining an 8-year-old drag club is not? Now, again, I'm morally consistent. I think they're both terrible. Why can't you be consistent? It's a simple question, right?
Because consistency is not what matters.
Apparently not anymore.
It's not. It's not about. Listen, look, and we talk about the right too. It's not just the left.
We're consistent all the time, and we get 4 people once in a while that are like, "Hey, man, good for you."
Way to
We're like,
stand
"Oh,
on your morals.
Great, this was worth it.
That's a good point.
I just want to sell out at this point. I kind of understand globalism now and the left and how these people in the media and how these people operate. I get it. You just get to a certain level. And they go, look, man, could you just be a gatekeeper and we'll pay you a bunch of money? And then you're like, yeah.
How much?
I'm
Sure.
tired.
Let's do it.
You know what I mean? Like, the thing is, we'll grow and grow and grow, and then I'll accidentally knock somebody up, and then I'll have to settle down because you can't, that's not trad. And then you got to settle down. And then I'm going to be under pressure one day like Alex, and they're going to go, look, man, just tell them open borders are good. Here's a big fat check. Here's a contract for 5 years. And you go, guys, look, here's the thing is that, we're a nation of immigrants.
Once you look at the medical, you're like,
oh, it's Cobra? All right, check it out.
that's a low deductible.
Yeah, dude, Cobra has like no copay. It's pretty all right.
This is good.
So,
Hey,
guys, look, we bombed these countries and we owe it to them. Like, what happened to America?
Israel's our greatest ally.
Not only our greatest, but the greatest ally anyone's ever had in history.
Ever.
Yeah, everyone's best friends blow up their Navy fucking destroyers.
No, you're not doing it right.
Everyone.
You're not doing it right.
Every country's greatest ally blows up their own members of their own Navy.
You're not doing it
to
right.
try to pretend that it's the Arabs.
We're never going to get the check like this, Mike.
Greatest
You're
ally.
not doing the thing.
Greatest ally. Like, I know, like, if I murdered a bunch of Navy enlisted servicemen, I would go to prison for the rest of my life, or possibly Guantanamo, and rightfully so. But just stop blowing up our cruisers.
You're not as great of an ally.
You're right. I need to kill more members of the Navy, apparently. That's how you do it. Maybe we just do another 9/11.
I don't think we base our ally stuff on how many people the other countries killed.
Well, then, how come Israel was our greatest ally then?
I'm going to introduce you to Matt Hatton Elmo. He has a book for you to read.
So anyway, let's go back to the.
Sure.
We're watching. This is a new biopic about Sam Kinison. Oh. Young Sam.
So that on the last day,
You must be feeding me more than you ever fed me.
Come on. You're coming with me.
this is Kennedy.
She definitely diddled this kid.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
She diddled this kid. And I feel bad because, all you idiots, like these hacks that are like, oh, I wish that was my teacher. Like,
Oh, I hate that.
yeah. Well, maybe when you're 8 years old, right, you don't want to, like a fucking only moderately attractive actress fucking, sucking your 8-year-old peener while she smells like cigarettes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't want your first time to be that way. This kid's ruined. She tasted like cigarettes, Lieutenant Dan.
Out for you tonight. You do our thing, a good job, all right?
So, hold on. Wait, check this out. The moral of this story so far is these drifters, and one of them's a whore, take a kid away from the church, and that isn't, I guess, saving him from the church?
From
what I'm seeing?
religious fanatics. It's better to have stripper mom who fucks on the hood of her car than to have God in your life, I think is the message they're trying to drive home.
Stripper mom was the worst X-Men. She
really
was the worst.
She couldn't even do anything. I could do pole tricks. Cool. Rogue can fly and also touch people and murder them.
Yeah, but I could pay things with wet dollar bills.
Oh, great. What's your superpower? Oh, I can constantly be lighting half a cigarette.
Terrible.
Constantly relighting an old cigarette.
Yeah.
No, is this yours from earlier? I'll just
smoke. It's fine.
God is my salvation.
Yeah, they banged this kid.
What did he dress up like a girl? That's him dressed up like a girl?
Yeah. Listen, guys, look.
This is
Like Rose McGowan said, let's not fucking jump to conclusions here. You guys are being hysterical.
calm down, everybody.
Like, wouldn't this bother you if your kid was in this and there weren't allegations of
No,
diddling?
yeah, this is one of these movies that if we saw it on Netflix, Mike would be writing a story about it right now going, what the fuck is this movie doing on Netflix?
If I borrowed one of Royce's nephews to go film a movie, right? And I don't diddle kids, and I had this kid around other people that we all know don't diddle kids. Mm-hmm. We know the kids were safe when they were filming this, but I show this film to Royce later and go, this is what we did. He would be like, The fuck are you doing with our kid? What are you doing?
It would not be a good conversation.
If you show this to Renee, she will murder you.
She'll kill you.
She will actually kill you.
No.
It's art.
It's
You didn't see the spinning thing on the guy's face?
Oh, sorry. There was a spinny thing. Get out of my house.
You just don't get art.
Yeah, I don't. Cool. Leave.
What the fuck?
And take your child pornography with you.
They do shit like this, right? Like, this movie's been out, right?
Oh, yeah. 2002?
So they do shit
2003?
like this, right? But then they start the Me Too thing, and they're like, we're going to get Trump because he said grab him by the pussy. And he had sex behind his wife's back. We're going to take this son of a bitch down.
And you're right, though. This is the worst. You know what it is?
We finally got him, guys.
It's like North Korea starting a nuclear war with us. Like, why would you do that? Again, think about this. You're right. You know, think back to the election when the biggest thing on the news was Trump said, grab him by the pussy. Billy Bush is fired. Now, frame what Trump did, but with this. After watching this movie, you'll go, yeah, Trump's great. He can watch my kids.
Dude, they still talk about the comment he made about if she wasn't my daughter, I'd probably be dating her. And like, they still try to take this weird, which it is a weird thing to say. But given the context, and he was on Howard, it was a fucking. It was like a weird compliment. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like saying if this wasn't somebody's wife, I would bang her. Right. Or if this wasn't my people talk a certain way and get you into a certain corner, and then you say something dumb.
Right.
But they're acting like this is you actually fucked a kid you were in charge of and had to pay him off. But everybody's going, what about Trump and Stormy Daniels, huh? What about the check? What about he paying a campaign for? Gives a fuck. You fuck kids. You fuck kids. Stop moral fagging to us about racism. You literally fuck children. So I'm sorry. Oh, if I have to occasionally call out the Jews. Oh, shut it down, okay? They're going to get in the way of us and our kid fucking. Pieces of shit.
There's something wrong with you, boy.
Oh, Marilyn Manson.
Was that really Marilyn?
That was Manson.
No, it wasn't.
Wait, and was that that was the kid he was poking?
No.
There's something.
No, that looks like Marilyn Manson.
That's Manson.
It is?
That's got to be Marilyn Manson.
Maybe. Here, I have the MD open. I could check for you.
Because he does a lot of losery, stupid things like that. Like, he'll just do a retarded movie just because it's really... And it's anti-church. I am willing to bet.
Marilyn Manson.
I was going to say.
Nailed it.
He loves anything that shits on Christians.
Okay, so let's see who he pokes. I don't think it's the kid. No, that was the girl. That was the woman. That was that woman from before.
But they implied it the way he says that, and he's poked. This whole thing is fucking gross.
This
guy's way far coming.
The heart is deceitful above all things.
Looks terrible.
Yeah, really bad. Really, really bad.
It's just about a junkie kidnapping her kid. And look, man. Oh, shit.
What happened? What happened?
The young kid was Jimmy Bennett.
Mm-hmm.
You know who played the older version of the kid in this movie?
Who?
Cole and Dylan Sprouse. Those guys.
The twin.
Those poor kids always seem to have been in and around weird shit.
Yeah, those are the ones that did this. Weren't they the ones in Big Daddy?
They are rumored to. One of them is, or at least one of them is rumored to be the one that Brian Peck fucking diddled.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, just saying that. And again, that's a rumor because they can't actually say who underage victims are. But that's Brian Peck was the one that worked on the Sweet Life or whatever.
Zach Cody,
yeah, that whole thing, and it's the whole fucking thing, man. Those kids always seem to pop up they're like the Forrest Gump of kid diddlers. They just seem to every time a kid's getting diddled, they're in the background CGI'd in there playing ping pong. So anyway, you're doing good, Hollywood. Keep telling us how to live our lives.
Molly Tibbetts, body believed to be missing University of Iowa student. They found her body. Missing University of Iowa student Molly Tibbetts has been found, according to reports, after she vanished a month ago. There are no details as to where the body was found and whether it's been positively identified. No arrests have been made in the case. She was reported missing July 18th after being seen jogging in Brooklyn, Ohio, an hour east of Des Moines, according to Pulaski County Sheriff's Office. Tibbetts, 20, was not responding to text messages from her boyfriend, Dalton Jack. Tibbetts' family had set up a GoFundMe and made national plea to help in finding her. Rob Tibbetts, Molly's father, recently returned home from San Francisco after weeks of searching and not finding his daughter. Hundreds of leads were investigated by authorities, Fox News reports. Rob Tibbetts told national media outlets he believed Molly was with someone she knew when she disappeared. Her Fitbit and cell phone were not located during searches. The developing story... That last thing's weird, right?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I know they could. Here's my point. They could track you with your Fitbit, like they can. It's connected to your phone. They could track you on your phone. So they. I don't think it was a robbery. Because I think they just took whatever they could.
No, because you're not going to take a Fitbit if you rob somebody.
Yeah,
those things are worthless.
Yeah,
and
it's
not
nothing.
really. You wouldn't look for them, you know. But I don't know, man. I think this person, you know, God forbid, but I think this person raped and murdered her, and I think the person probably just had a feeling she had those devices on, stashed them.
Yeah, no, it was definitely her body. Yeah, it's confirmed now. It was her body.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, I knew it was going to happen, though. Not to sound like a dick, but I said fucking 2 weeks ago, that girl's a goner.
Yeah.
Like, when a pretty girl that age disappears, it's never a good scenario. And I know the dad was like, you know, whoever has her, maybe they'll let her go. And I'm always like, dude, nobody does that. Because sadly, here's the thing. We have really gotten rid of any and all deterrents for these kind of things. So it's like, you know, if you get, like, for instance, kidnapping, certain places, you get a kidnapping charge, especially a girl like that, it's a national case, you're going to go to jail for life without parole. There's just no way around that. Whereas if you murder them, like, the death penalty is, like, almost so scarcely used nowadays that the odds are you're probably just, again, life without parole. So there's really no deterrent for, oh, shit, maybe I should let this person go. So they tend to kill them, unfortunately. Damian Scott said there's dozens of serial killers active right now. How is that?
Damian Scott, by the way, I realized today on Daywave, I realized that he is really into serial killers. Like, he knows a lot about serial killers.
What are you not telling us, Damian Scott?
Yeah, Damian Scott, huh? Look, just don't kill us.
Did you kill Molly Tibbetts?
Hey, Damian, come on.
Not for nothing. I could really use a fucking break on a new article. So if you did it,
let us know first.
Seriously. And I got a cousin in New York that, I mean, I know it's not their jurisdiction, but I'm sure if she's just involved, they'll make her a detective up in New York.
Oh, that'll be, dude, we got this whole thing planned
so if
out.
you could help her out, too. That'd be great.
Exclusive interview on the show? That'd be perfect.
Help us out, brother.
Thank you. Damian Wayne Scott, somebody says. That's right. He needs a middle name. Serial killers need a middle name. Michael Cohen.
Lee is always a good one. You notice a lot of Lees are always murderers. Something Lee something. It's always like Lee. Lee is. Don't give your kid the middle name Lee.
What if you're Asian? Isn't that fine? Michael Cohen surrenders to FBI. Plea deal expected soon.
Uh-oh.
Michael Cohen, President Trump's former personal attorney, has surrendered to the FBI ahead of a 4 p.m. court proceeding where the government is expected to disclose a plea deal, according to a law enforcement source. As per part of the deal, Cohen is expected to plead guilty to multiple counts of campaign finance violations, tax fraud, bank fraud, according to 3 sources. The deal would include jail time and a substantial monetary fine. Among the sticking points in the talks, the 2 sides were negotiating over jail time. According to one source, Cohen is pressing for 3 years, but prosecutors are seeking 50 months.
This is nothing.
Fucking splitting hairs there at that point.
Yeah, it really is nothing. I mean, extra fucking 18 months. That's whatever. You get out.
Cohen has been concerned about asset forfeiture, leaving his family with nothing. Prosecutors made clear that there was a bigger risk should he go to trial and be found guilty that he would have to forfeit the asset. So basically saying you could keep the money if you work with us. That's what they're doing. They're saying,
Hey, Cohen, stay strong, brother. We got you. All right, we'll all chip in. We'll take care of you. Don't worry.
as part of the plea deal under discussion early Tuesday, Cohen was not expected to cooperate with the government, one source told CNN. However, by pleading guilty, both Cohen and prosecutors would avoid the spectacle of an unnecessary trial. A plea deal could be a significant blow for Trump. Cohen was part of Trump's inner circle for more than a decade, working as his personal attorney at the Trump Organization and continued to advise the president after the election. Cohen once said he would take a bullet for Trump, but the relationship of the two men has frayed since the FBI raid in April of Cohen's office.
Which is still way out of line.
Trump has distanced himself from Cohen, who had told friends he felt isolated. According to the friends, last month, Cohen told ABC News his loyalty is to his family and this country first, not the president. On Tuesday morning, Cohen was seen entering the attorney's office and did not respond to questions. Cohen's attorney, Guy Pietro and Lanny Davis, didn't immediately respond to requests for comment. A spokesman for the U.S. Attorney's Office declined to comment.
All right, tinfoil hat.
Sure.
Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but what if they're just pretending to not get along right now? Right? Take the plea, get it over with, do your time, get a pardon. Everybody's happy. I'm just saying, I don't think I think if this stops at Cohen and ends there, Trump will take care of him. You have to.
Of course
you have to. That's you're a bigger piece of shit if you don't. You know what I mean? You gotta take care of your soldiers.
I don't know, man.
This is one of the few things that has me, because look, they're gonna fill in the blanks and they're gonna lie about things anyway. So fuck, I don't know. They're just trying to flip everybody, dude. They're treating everybody like this is how they treat common criminals. Just lock everybody up. Hope somebody fucking says something.
Yep, that's what they're doing.
So he just needs to be a soldier. We'll take care of him. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the money, Mikey. We got you.
Well, I guess we're going to find out soon. We'll find out in the next couple of days what the plea deal is.
Listen, I'll tell you what, man. Just soldier up. We'll do a fundraiser. I got a cool $50 on it, buddy. You're going to be just fine.
Well, that's not bad. Mike's going deep in his pockets.
Yeah,
for
it's fucking almost 3 times what I gave James Alex Fields.
Well, it's a commercial that I want.
This Christmas party.
It's a commercial that I want you to see, Mike. It's an old Mr. Microphone commercial. Now you have to watch till the end. It's very important, but I need you to watch the whole thing. So you remember Mr. Microphone? The Simpsons did the episode on it when Homer got Bart that Mr. Microphone. Okay, so this is an old school real Mr. Microphone commercial.
Hey, this Christmas party is getting a little too quiet. I think it's time we liven it up with my favorite Christmas gift, Mr. Microphone.
Hey, what's that?
Well, you set the dial.
Don't most Christmas parties get livened up when people pull cocaine out of their pocket, not a microphone?
Why is Wayne Newton there?
Hey, it's Mr. Mike singer, Mr. Microphone.
FM radio and testing.
I'm on the radio.
These kids.
So here's the thing, Mike. You know how FM modulator work, right?
This is so cringy.
Hey,
I'm on the radio. What a fucking faggot.
There's a delay too.
Oh no, that young black boy is stealing that kid's microphone. He's grabbing it from his clutches. Fight back! Fight back! Fight for your race!
Kids are having a fabulous
they
time.
were just having fun. I'm sorry.
Woo. Man, you really just assumed very quickly.
Well, I don't know what that kid was doing in that house.
Good point.
I'm with Mr. Microphone, the cordless microphone that actually puts your voice on the radio. There are no attaching wires, so you're...
Calzone in the chat. Young Baked Alaska and R.C. Maxwell. That's adorable. That is adorable.
Hey, that black guy stole my radio. Stop him.
Look, man, I know you want to be a rapper. I get it. But
So you're free to move around. Broadcast...
He's doing a goddamn minstrel show.
a scabba-dabba-doo-ba, a babba-doo-boo-ba-ba, a babba-boo-boo-boo. Fucking
Oh, fuck.
Broadcast over any FM
Nice
car
car.
radio.
Hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later.
All right, why is the no. First of all, why is the kid from 8 is Enough? Why is the best friend from Charles in Charge fucking catcalling women from his fucking 1984 Mercedes?
Don't you wish you had that confidence, Mike?
I don't. Yeah, I wish I had the confidence. I don't wish I had. Well, I actually more wish I had that Mr. Microphone.
Yeah, we
So
need.
I want to be on the radio. How did they get through that technology? How is that even legal?
They just arrested Alex Jones for using one.
We gotta get these globalists. You're under arrest, sir. FCC violation.
What? No, it's a Mr.
15,000.
Microphone.
Good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later.
Professional entertainers use Mr. Microphone for rehearsing.
No,
Do they?
they don't.
Is that what they use? I'm pretty sure they don't use that. Why would you use
The quality of that would be so terrible. And also, there is a delay between when you play something and it has to go through a modulator through the radio. So there's a delay. It's
Sounds
not a
horrible. That would
it's
throw you
not
off so
immediate.
badly.
I got one.
I got one.
They would all be. Do you understand the amount of feedback and horrible, like, no, crossed signals and the buzzing that would be happening if they were back then with all of those Mr. Microphones, and it would be nothing but feedback. I'm off here. Sorry, I don't ever. You move over there. I gotta. Okay, this. Okay, this. Forget it. Radios were terrible back then.
I got a Mr. Microphone and I love it.
It's practical and great fun for the whole family. And it's only
Somebody just
$14.80.
asked, is this Opie's demo tape? No, because there's a family happily together on Christmas in this. That's how you can tell it's a dead giveaway.
Look how much it is, though.
And it's only $14.88.
I told you there was something special at the end.
Oh, boy.
Is this our mic?
Oh, no. Wait, what is Mr. Microphone 2? What's the difference? I want the better one.
Those are the revised numbers.
How many people actually died? Two people died.
Mr. Microphone, buy 2 or 3, they really make great Christmas gifts.
All right, so like
Here, people, hold on. I have to full screen it because people want to take a screen. Here, you can take a screenshot.
that's not
There you
cool,
go.
Mr. Microphone.
There you go, guys. There. Take your screenshots.
Well, I mean,
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that
I've ordered 10.
they're not really going to be any good now.
Yeah, that's why they were so cheap.
Who the fuck listens to FM radio anymore? The only novelty you would get out of a Mr. Microphone would have been to fuck with other people listening to the radio. Right?
Kevin in the chat goes, wow, what a deal. Oh, God. Oh, it's cheaper to get a ham radio.
No, it really is.
We're talking to somebody in Russia.
What are we, fucking review, bruh?
Yeah.
He has a little ham radio that he sets up sometimes
I love that
while
guy.
he eats his fucking Burger King broilers.
Mike, finally, son, Germany's doing what needs to be done, okay? No, not that.
Because they did.
No, something else, I mean.
And authorities believe is the last Nazi war criminal living in the United States has been arrested and deported to Germany.
We got him, guys.
He was 95. He's 95 years old.
We got him, guys. Finally got this man off the streets.
Mission accomplished?
Look at that fucking dangerous Nazi.
Mike, I don't think you're looking at the same video I'm looking at. It's an old man in a stretcher.
War hero in a stretcher.
Arrested and deported to Germany. President Trump ordered agents to remove 95-year-old Jakiv Plea from his home in Queens, New York. Justice Department officials say Plea was an armed guard at a death camp in Poland and lied to U.S. immigration officials when he came here in 1949, saying he was a farm worker. He has denied.
Well, yeah. What did you want him to say? Do you want him to come here? What do you think he was going to say? I worked at a death camp. So where am I staying?
Yes, but it was only in the cafeteria. Look, I don't know what this whole thing is supposed to accomplish, right? Like, just look at the cost of getting him from fucking there to Germany, the extradition. He's gonna die on that flight. Like, he's 95.
Well, they said, from what I was reading, I read more about this. Say he's probably not going to have any jail time because of his age. But the other part is that
he's gonna die as soon as they pressurize the cabin of the plane.
The only reason they prosecuted him was because in 2000, up until 2011, this Germany Special Prosecutor and Counsel for Holocaust Crimes, which is a thing, they had, the rule was you had to have been doing the killing in the camp.
It's almost 100 years ago.
I know.
Jesus fuck.
They changed the rule in 2011 where you didn't have to actually be someone doing the killing in the camp. You just had to work at the camp at any part of the camp. Like you said, you could have been a cafeteria person. It didn't matter. Then you are guilty by association. On Tuesday, the White House announced that a deported 95-year-old, the resident of Queensboro of New York, was arrested Monday and deported to Germany earlier Tuesday, according to the U.S. Embassy. He was moved to a nursing home upon arrival in the city of Düsseldorf, Germany.
Also, just want to point out, somebody wrote Mersh Kumia, a fan of the era. No, because unlike that retard, I'll actually go full on with it. I don't just playfully pretend to be a pedophile, even though I'm actually grooming children online. I don't play as a racist Nazi, but then go, oh, I meant to say savage, not the N-word. Like, no, I just go full on with the racism. Unlike
By the way, if
Kumia.
you were looking up what word he actually said in like a Fallout terminal, it would say incorrect. Likeness 1.
That's so true. Like, no, likeness 2, because those G's.
You're right. Likeness 2.
And then you look at the other password, you're like, well, the only one that makes sense.
It has to be this one, right?
Denied being a Nazi collaborator. U.S. officials say his deportation has been held up for years because of Germany's reluctance to take him back, citing lack of evidence and citizenship questions.
Lack of evidence.
Like, this is insanity. This is like, dude, you see a guy like that and you go, do we even bother?
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. 95 years old. He's lived his entire life.
How many levels of cucking to the Jews do we have to attend? Do we have to attain?
Well, the level cap was 100, but the new DLC popped it up to 150.
Like, I want to know at what point we're allowed to be ourselves again. Like how much Jew cock do I have to suck for you people to just stop? And Bike Slammer in the okay, that Bike Slammer is very funny. I bet the evidence is from SPLC or some other stupid shit.
You're probably right. By the way, the SPLC has a goddamn slew of lawsuits coming at them.
Good.
It is a lot of lawsuits.
I want to sue them.
What do you want to sue them for? For not including us?
Sue everyone. Yeah, sue them and go, you know what, Your Honor? I am just as good as any of these other respectable racists, and I demand to be put on the list. Could you imagine the headlines that would generate? Sue the SPLC to be included on the hate watch list.
Can we? No lawyer would take that. We should.
Are you kidding me? Any lawyer would take that. They'd go, this is like an easy. You're asking them to fuck you over? That'll be an easy. Like, literally any lawyer will go, yeah, give me a few hundred. I'll write them a letter. And I guarantee you would be on the list in a week.
We need to talk to somebody.
I want to fucking file a formal complaint in court that I am not on the SPLCA watch list. That would be fucking hilarious.
Your Honor, we meet all the criteria.
I want to get that fucking, I want to get the Tucker Carlson spot. So you actually sued the SPLC to be included on their hate watch list. What is that about? You know, I hate the Jews just as much as these other motherfuckers, and they're always getting all the headlines. It's bullshit.
Just sit there with his Tucker mouth.
Like, that's what he would do. Like, what? And I'll be like, look, Tucker, you've been talking a lot about a rootless upper class of people with no international borders that, or influencing events, Tucker. Come on, you get it, buddy.
Huh?
Hmm?
Huh?
I think he's talking to you. Yeah, I want to sue the SPLC to get added to the SPLC. That would be fucking hilarious.
Wouldn't it be nice to just drink with Tucker till he gets hammered and he just lets something slip?
Suing them and making you add them to the list, that is a straight up Pat Little move. Like
It is.
That is I will not stand, I will stand on this flag. Tehran, Iran, number one in the world. Love Pat Little.
Jewish teen convicted of anti-Semitic bomb threats against Jews.
Oh, boy. What you doing there, mini rabbi?
A court in Tel Aviv has convicted a teenager of dual Israeli nationality for making thousands of bomb threats against airports and Jewish schools and community centers, most of them in the U.S., the Times Israel wrote. 19-year-old Michael Kadar was arrested in an Israeli town of Ashkelon in March 2017 as part of a joint investigation by Israel and U.S. authorities. He was found guilty of hundreds of counts, including making more than 2,000 anonymous bomb threats against mostly Jewish community centers, schools, and synagogues in the United States.
Oy vey.
Creating a panic. There's no word on how bad the swastikas might have been.
This is why I never, ever, 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 ever believe anybody. I don't believe you. But I don't even believe when the fucking remember during the election, like right before the election, a GOP office, I think in Raleigh, North Carolina, was firebombed or something, or there was a GOP office that was set on fire somewhere. And I didn't believe it then. You know what I mean? I was like, I bet you go around and smell the hands of all the GOP donors in the area. Somebody smells like kerosene.
Right.
I don't believe it. So I don't, this isn't just it's just the Jews and the blacks do this. No, you fucking white people do it to the conservatives do the, Antifa came and done broke our windows last night. And then it's like you literally on your own security footage throwing bricks at you. So you're all... Everyone stop trying to generate publicity. Stop trying to generate sympathy, okay? The world's a tough place. And even if somebody threatened to bomb your synagogue or drew swastikas on it, I don't have any sympathy for you. There are people suffering worse in the world. Stop. Stop it. You live in the first world. These are first world problems. Somebody drew KKK on my truck. Well, fucking paint over it. What do you want? It's fucking life.
Why are your hands covered in spray paint, by the way?
Seriously. You're living in fucking America. Your clit hasn't been removed. You haven't been thrown off the roof of a building. Paint over the fucking thing and move on. Fucking assholes. Everybody wants to sue.
Everyone is creeped out that Dane Cook is 46 and dating a teenager.
Who's everyone, by the way?
There is a 27-year age gap between Dane Cook and his 19-year-old girlfriend. Dane Cook is a comedian. Well, I would say was a comedian who is 46 years old.
How many millennials are like, who's Dane Cook? And you're like, all right, so check it out. Well, there used to be this website called MySpace.
He was the king of MySpace.
Thousands of years ago, before the dawn of man.
You would go to profiles and music would just play automatically.
You would download songs at blazing hot speeds of 56K per second.
You could change the HTML code on your page and make it look more dank.
And add sparkles.
And then you have all the small things and Sum 41 song playing at the same time when you go to a page.
Remember that? And you didn't know HTML enough to go back and find where the Sum 41 thing is. You're like, forget it. This whole thing.
I'll just start a new page.
Just forget
I
it.
go with this page. Thanks for the ad. Hey, at least Tom didn't ban people.
Oh, fucking A. Dane Cook personally killed MySpace. Facebook.
Sufi!
When Facebook launched, they basically just launched as MySpace, but without Dane Cook, and everybody was like, sign me up.
Facebook is MySpace without Dane Cook. That's what it is.
And everybody was like, I'm sold.
Wait, I can do all the same stuff and Dane Cook isn't there? Sounds great. Dane Cook is a comedian who's 46 years old. Kelsey Taylor is a singer-songwriter.
No, she's not. She's the girl who's fucking Dane Cook. Let's be fair here. No. Hey, stop it. You're the chick who's fucking Dane Cook. Until you make an album that's bigger than Good Luck Chuck, You're not a
That's not
singer-songwriter.
difficult, though.
You're Dane Cook's girlfriend. No, I hate when people do that shit, man. I really do.
Kelsey Taylor is a singer-songwriter who is 19 years old. There's a 27-year age gap between the two.
Okay, so who gives a shit?
Why does this matter? Because they're dating and have been since she was 18 years old. And the internet has feelings about it after Cook recently opened up on their relationship on Instagram. Cook, a sentient frat house paddle whose career peaked alongside white guys with highlights and puka shell necklaces in the early 2000s, took part of this little Q&A session on the Instagram stories the other night. When he asked how he met Taylor, he said, "We met at a game night I hosted at my place. We were friends for a while and soon fell in like each other and then upgraded to love." Dane Cook is looking rough now, man.
He is looking rough.
This is
This is the picture. Yeah, this is the one I saw. He looks old.
Yeah, man. Dane Cook looks really bad.
And he's not that old.
No, 46. He's 46 years old.
Is he even that old?
That's what it says.
You know, I used to chat with Dane Cook on Instant Messenger. True story. Back when he did Premium Blend, and he was in some like short film on the internet. I was a big Dane Cook fan, like early on. Not so much like the jumping around shit, but he did when he did Premium Blend. I was a big fan of his.
Me too.
Every comic, you can be a big fan of them when you see their best 6 minutes, which is what Premium Blend was. So I saw Dane Cook's best 6 minutes once, and I was like, "You're good." And then I used to talk to him on AIM. Like, he legit would chat with me all the time, and then he immediately blew up one day. Impossible to reach.
Yeah, you know, it's
But
funny.
he didn't try to diddle me or anything.
Because when Dane Cook was, like, touring and stuff, this girl that I was friends with, Lauren, this is on I think it was MySpace. No, it was on AIM. We were in my office, and she logged on, and she started talking with him and flirting with him, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I'll get your tickets. Come out to the show." Like, he's, you know. But I mean, any comic would, right? That's not, you know.
Yeah, no, and again, I was just some young fucking, teenager. There was a guy, no less, and he was super nice to me, too. So it wasn't like, and he wasn't trying to diddle anybody. He was super nice, but then he got super famous, and then he just dropped off the planet. But yeah, he looks fucking old, man. You think he just was partying and shit?
I mean, yeah, he was. What was that show? Didn't he have a show on, Didn't he have a show? This is for later. Didn't he have a show on HBO? With Bob Kelly was on it. Where they would follow Dane Cook's bus around. You know what I'm talking about?
Torgasm.
There it is. That's right.
That's right. They had Torgasm. That was that was him and remember Bobby Kelly was like fucking. He was set.
That was
it.
Forever.
This is it.
How'd that work out? Boy, he got big. Boy, did he get big. All right, guys, we have to go to break.
I just looked up Dane Cook again, too, and I'm looking at an old picture of him. He was a sharp young lad. He was a good-looking dude. He looks fucking rough.
Yeah.
That's partying, dude. That's hard living.
Yeah. All right, guys, we have to go to break. RevengeOfTheCis.com/donate. That's the best way to get a hold of the show. Patreon.com/we're-not-sorry. Become a patron. Become a monthly contributor. That is awesome for us. RevengeOfTheCis.com/Streamlabs.com, /RevengeOfTheCis is how to give us money for our DC trip coming up. We'll be right back in about 5 minutes. Talk amongst yourself, Revenge of the Cis.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Cis. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk low. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mersch are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Her feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Delaware.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
All right, Titus, good to go? Like a middle-aged lady sitting on a dryer at a singing laundromat. Israel! Israel is behind it all. Every Jew got an email that morning.
Fantastic. Moving on.
Milk has an expiration date. We should do that with the elderly. Benghazi! 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 Hillary was there.
Love it, Titus.
Did I pop the P in Hillary murdered Nicole Brown Simpson?
Nope, sounded good in here.
Fluoride! Fluoride makes children gay. The Supreme Court wears robes to hide their octopus bodies. The CIA invented AIDS to sell quilts. Barack Hussein Obama, he's a Muslim Jew.
Revenge of the Sis, second hour. Thanks for staying with us, folks. RevengeOfTheSys.com. Check out all the stories that we have up there. We break news before anybody else does. RevengeOfTheSys.com. And check out our shop. Buy some t-shirts. We got some to give away in DC. We're going up in a couple weeks. So I wanted to talk about something. I was just scrolling through our first, before that. Paul Manafort has been found guilty of 8 counts, I believe.
Not particularly shocking news.
No.
I mean, they were 8 charges that have nothing to do with this Trump probe. They were just, what I said earlier, applying pressure. They found some other shit that he looked a little dirty on, and they charged him with it.
He was charged on 18 counts of tax evasion, but they've only found him guilty of 8. The trial carries more major implications for the future of the Mueller investigation. Trump has repeatedly called a probe a witch hunt, which that hasn't found evidence of Russian collusion with his campaign and his allies in and out of the White House. Say special counsel should wrap things up. Prosecutors for Manafort collected $65 million in foreign bank accounts from 2010 to 2014, way before the elections, and spent more than $15 million on luxury purchases. They also allege that Manafort lied to banks in order to take out more than $20 million after his Ukrainian political work dried up in 2015. Again, before the election. Mr. Manafort lied to keep more money when he had it, and he lied to get more money when he didn't. Prosecutor Greg Andrews told jurors during a closing argument. Manafort, 69, has been in jail since June after his bail was revoked following new charges of witness tampering against him. He faces a second set of criminal charges in the Washington, D.C. federal court of failure to register his foreign lobbying and money laundering conspiracy related to the same Ukrainian political work as essential to the Virginia case. Yeah, so that's it's weird, right?
I mean, yeah, look, we knew he was gonna get pinched on some old shit, and that they were gonna make it stick. But I'm still holding out hope that homie's gonna get his gonna get his fucking pardon.
So there's this big YouTuber called Blame It on George, who I just found out recently because he took a piece of our Dan Schneider episode when we talked to the girl who called in anonymously.
Blame it on Jorge, I think.
Well, Jorge, George. Same do with George in English.
It's J and a G, though. It's Jorge.
Blame it on Jorge, Jorge. You're right. And, you know, apparently, and I can't see what the other thing is because this person must have us blocked, but I just saw somebody says, Revenge of the Sis, they might be bad, but they still provide a source of, this is from just some random YouTuber replying on that video. Revenge of the Sis, they might be bad, but they still provide a source of info on Dan Schneider, so it's kind of a necessary evil.
Why are we
in this
bad?
one instance?
If we're known for being consistently truthful, how was that bad? You notice that, though? Like, you notice it... what levels of fucking virtue signaling we are on in 2018 where people have to go, look, they're bad guys. For what? For what? Explain your comment.
Here, you know what? Let me pull it up.
Who is this fucking asshole? I'm going to ask them. Who? Why are we bad?
Here, I'll show you. So while I pull it up, that Blame It on Jorge guy made a video, and he took a piece of our interview that we did, and he took a piece of an interview that we did, and he cut it into his video. And of course, this Blame It on Jorge guy has like 700,000 followers or whatever on Twitter, subscribers on YouTube, that is. So this guy right here replying to, and I wish I could see the original what he's replying to.
Oh wow, yeah, this guy's getting shit.
Yeah.
Hey, at Blame It on Jorge. Great job at promoting assholes in your newest video is another one.
Okay.
So old Jorge's getting a little backlash.
So this, by the way, it goes to show you, even if you do the right thing, even if you help take down somebody who's hurting kids, if they don't like your politics, you're a piece of shit. Vantality says, Revenge of the Sis, they might be bad, but they still provide a source of info on Dan Schneider, so it's kind of a necessary evil. He continues, okay, maybe not necessary evil because I'd rather their channel not be around at all, but still, had a source of info necessary to George's vid nonetheless.
So here, let's get something straight. These people would rather.
Well, they're not people.
They would rather this information not be out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because they would rather our channel not exist.
Correct. That is correct. Yes, he is getting shit because of this.
This is fucking retarded. People are fucking retarded.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're so bad. Why? Because racism. Okay, what did I say that's racist? Well, your name and it's problematic language. And so fucking say something. Make your point. Don't just go, they're evil. That doesn't work that way, you have a childlike understanding of how the world works.
And Vantility, Vantility. That's his name on Twitter. And of course, it's got Peter Griffin though as an avatar, huh? Huh? He says just your average he's a gamer dude, basically, is what he is. I'd rather they not be around. Fuck you, asshole.
Helen Mirren came up to me on a set.
Sorry.
She said,
well, we'll play this.
You are the most privileged person on earth. I said, how can you?
So this is Donald Sutherland, Keith Sutherland's dad.
Helen Mirren.
Kiefer Sutherland's dad, sorry.
Came up to me on a set. She said, you are the most privileged person on earth. I said, how can you say that? And she said, you are a white male.
And your reply?
Said that?
Said that to Donald Sutherland. You're a white male.
Are a white male.
And your reply to that was?
There's no reply. I was ashamed. I was stunned.
He was ashamed and stunned.
And I have gotten more ashamed. It's interesting to realize that you are seen as an integral part of a group that many of whom are mendacious, misogynist.
Shut up.
Yeah, man. Evil men are evil, dude.
Fuck up. Just fucking die already, you old doddering fool. You fucking boomers are the reason we're in this fucking mess. 30 years of trying to prove how not racist you are, how accepting you are, how open you are. Now our country's fucked. You got one foot in the fucking grave, and you're gonna motherfuck us on your way out? Fuck you.
You know who's a
Blade Runner sucked.
You know who's a very well-known drunken womanizer? His son.
Him!
Well, also his son.
So is he! This fucking guy. Oh, I hate people like this. What do you get out of this, man? What do you get out of this? Just like, I got to feel good about myself. So I'm going to sell out my entire race so I can feel good about myself.
Bigots, racists. And it's appalling.
4 grandchildren, what do you tell them to give them a hopeful view
How can I give them a hopeful view? Now, how can I give them a hopeful view? I have a wife, I have a daughter, I have a daughter-in-law, and a granddaughter.
How can I give them a hopeful view? I don't know. They were born into a family with millions upon millions of dollars, not just generationally millionaires in an industry. What you could hope for is they don't fuck them in Hollywood. That's what you should be hoping for. But in terms of what these people, they're never going to have to work a day in their lives. One of your grandkids is going to run for Senate. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen because you don't have, again, they're pretending like the world is falling apart. And they're the ones that created this fucking environment. Like you said, they made it. And then they get to sit here and go, tisk, tisk. Look at what you're doing. Yeah, sure, I fucked broads without a rubber when they were hammered when I was younger, but that's fine. Close the door behind you now, all you bigots.
That's what they do.
I can't get a hard on anymore. It doesn't matter to me.
It's true. It's just like the comedians. Same thing. I got my HBO deal. Now fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
What do I say to them? What do I say to them? Their women's rights have gone. You know, the environment has gone.
The environment is gone?
I'm still pretty sure it's there.
It's gone.
It's there.
Gone.
It's still there, though. Like, I get that we have done some irreparable damage to the environment, but it's still there, guy. There's still trees outside. I played Fallout last night. I'd still prefer this.
Oh, yeah. We haven't had a rad storm recently here.
Yeah,
We'll be all right.
Relax. Not green lightning storms happening. I think we'll be just fine, stupid.
Minimum pay has gone. What do I say to them? How do I...
How about this? How about I'm not going to take any of your advice. You're a fucking actor. By the way, you're not even that good of an actor. No. Okay? You literally almost took me out of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Fucking asshole.
That's a task.
You got outclassed by Christy Swanson, you fucking jack off. You got outclassed and outshined by Christy Swanson and Paul Rubens in your own fucking movie. Eat a dick. And Rutger Hauer was better than you in that. He was in the movie for 8 seconds, and he was better than you.
So, you know how we were talking about?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, cool. Like that. This will make it better then.
Don't put words in my mouth.
You know the whole Apu thing. Hank Azaria's all like, what should I apologize for Apu? Oh, what do I do? So, some Indian animator, Flash animator, took it upon himself to fix Apu. Some SJW Indian animator, because Apu is racist and stuff. So this is gonna be good, all right?
I bet it's gonna be.
All right, you guys ready? This is what this Indian animator was gonna do. All right, here we go.
Welcome. Excuse me, sir, but this is not an internet cafe where you can browse all you want for free.
Apu, why do you still talk like that?
Eh?
What is the point? Because he's always talking like that. Like, do you understand? Like,
yeah.
That if South Park starts a new season tomorrow and Cartman comes out and goes, "How do you do, gentlemen?" Everyone will go, "This fucking show is ruined."
Yeah, what happened?
You've ruined the show.
Yeah.
You fucking
And by
asshole.
the way, you know that there's Indian people that actually do still talk like Apu, right? Like, that's not a thing that's not true. My grandfather, Armando, right? He's been in this country since the 60s, and he still has a very thick accent. Some people just have accents, you fuck faces.
Yeah. And by the way, his grandfather has the cool accent.
Yeah.
Like, he's got that real, like standoffy, like Hector Salamanca
Yeah.
fucking accent, which is what's great about him, though. If his grandfather was like, "How do you do?" I'd be like,
what are you doing?
What's wrong with you? Be Al. Like, be the dude.
Yeah.
Pooh, why do you still talk like that?
Like what?
I don't know. Sort of like a racially insensitive caricature of an Indian person, fabricated by a bunch of Harvard-educated white guys.
So why is it every time I have a problem with my credit card, and I give him a little ringy ding ding, I get the "Thank you for calling. My name is Derek, and I would like to help you with the. I'm very sorry you're having that problem. Make the please show Bob's and Virgin." Why don't you get with your buddies and tell them to cut the shit and stop shitting in the streets? Why don't you fucking do it? Why don't you go to Mumbai and tell them to fucking slow down with this sewage fucking avalanches? You fucking piece of shit. Fucking world's next superpower.
How about that?
But Mr. Shankar, people love the way I talk. Listen to how foreign I sound. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, a little bit.
This is so...
Yeah, it's good, right?
There are no good woke people. Like, there's a
No.
few. You know, there's like a handful of Vic Bergers out there that are like, okay, what you do is very good and subversive. But most of these people are just, "I'd like to explain my morality to you in a cartoon. How great is this? This should go viral, eh?" Fuck, dude. This isn't even funny or anything, you know?
America loves me.
Apu, maybe Indian Americans could love you too. All you have to do is represent them better.
Or how
Be a
about
little
this?
more honest about it.
How about this? How about this, Pajit? Stop trying to change my fucking cultural institutions. You don't like it? Go to that fucking shithole. Make your own fucking rip-off cartoon. Where only Indians can be happy and go do that. Nobody, here's the thing, right? Nobody is stopping you from creating the next seminal work of art for Indian Americans. You know what I mean? Like that, what do you call it? And then they just have that fucking stupid Paki movie. You know what I'm talking about. The SJW movie, that Nanjil Kanjami guy was
Oh,
in.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
talking about?
yeah.
It was like the Pakistani Get Out kind of thing. Like, yeah, and then everybody went, "Oh, that's great." And everybody moved on. No, that's not good enough for you, though. You don't want your culture recognized. You want to change our things to suit how you see the world. Go fuck yourself. There's plenty of things I don't like. I'm not particularly a fan of Family Guy. It's funny, it has its moments. We've all laughed at it. But I'm not a big Family Guy person. But I would never be like, let me make a viral video explaining to Seth MacFarlane how he can make me like Family Guy more. Family Guy, the writers, the producers, and the people at Fox are not worried about making Mike Shealy like Family Guy more. They're doing fucking perfectly okay without me. They're selling plenty of Stewie and Brian dolls without my help. So I would never be so presumptuous as to assume that Seth MacFarlane needs me. He needs my... Like, no, he doesn't. I like American Dad anyway. He's still getting me on the back end.
Yeah.
He's still getting my attention somehow. I'm just not watching Family
I'll
Guy.
watch The Orville.
The Orville's dope.
It's
The Orville's
really good.
the best thing he's done.
I agree.
Best
with that.
thing he's done.
Hey, buddy, are you just here to dogpile on me too? Look, I just say what the writers tell me to, okay?
Isn't that sort of the problem? That it's been almost 30 years.
Do you think this was good?
Yes, great. Great. No, the SJWs have been sharing the shit out of this today.
SJW, yeah, I get it, but it's in their little circle. But no, normal people don't like to have this shit explained to them deadpan in a cartoon. This is boring, and most of the people you're sharing this today are laughing at you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're sharing it, and people are looking at your Facebook and going, oh, relax, Chris Wingate. I'm just assuming he shared it.
I'm assuming he did, too.
And they're still writing you like this?
What do you want me to do about it? It's not up to me, man. I'm just a fictional character. Maybe you need to lighten up.
I will say this, though, just bringing up my point about Chris Wingate. To his defense, okay, he is a faggot. But he does not he still manages to be friends with us. I don't know
weird.
why.
I don't know why.
It's the weirdest thing. I have to give him some credit because most people on his side of the aisle are like, I just can't be friends with anyone anymore. Like, he at least is still friends with you. It's just, but you're like,
And reporting you.
man, you're a homo. You didn't report me. You reported,
Yeah, pot awful, Jesse.
What do I want you to do about it? Maybe stop perpetuating this made-up mockery for another 30 years.
Is that what this guy looks like?
Yes.
Can you please get me a picture of this guy, please? I gotta see what this fucking. I gotta see what this fucking asshole looks like. This goth Indian guy with. He looks like fucking the guitar. He looks like the Asian guitarist from the Smashing Pumpkins. he looks like James Iha in that picture.
I'm trying to. Hold on, you gotta give me a second. I'll keep playing. I'll find it.
I gotta fucking see what this idiot looks like.
That would be an amazing place to start.
That's gonna be hard to do. The Simpsons would have to change my character or like hire Indian writers and voice actors. It just can't be done.
So yeah, now the Simpsons need to now the Simpsons need to completely change everything about them for him.
Do you understand this forced affirmative action bullshit? I'm actually glad this is happening in the entertainment world because you're destroying mainstream entertainment. You're doing our job for us.
Can somebody tell me this guy's name? I'm trying to find it, man. I'm sorry, I'm looking for it.
But you're destroying these institutions, the media, network TV, these mainstream Hollywood movies. You're destroying the industry, and you're helping us to decentralize it. So you're actually doing content creators like us a favor because we're gaining market share because everything is so fucked up and decentralized. The quality is going down. Nobody wants to watch the shit that they're making. And now you're adding more rules that they have to work within the framework of to make it even worse. And it's great. I love it. Kill Fox. Kill Fox News. Kill CNN. Murder these companies' bottom lines, create all these brass rings they have to jump for that they can't ever make you happy. I love it because at the end of the day, the next Simpsons, the next Family Guy, the next South Park, it's not currently being developed in the offices of Fox or in it. It's three stoners right now that share a shitty studio apartment somewhere near some college they go to, and they have a tight-knit group that gets along well, that are talented, and they're building the next Simpsons as we speak. And you know what? There may not be any Indians or gay people of color in the group because, again, these kinds of projects are born in studio apartments and in offices across the country. It's a group of guys, right, that go to college together, that go, man, you're funny.
Yep.
You know, like that's the Phil Lord, Chris Miller thing. Are
That's
they gonna?
what he looks like.
Are they gonna tell? Oh God, what a faggot! Are they gonna tell Chris Lord and Chris Miller and Phil Lord, hey, you got to add a third person in your crew? It's got to be a black woman of color who's trans. Like, no, it's like these creative projects. It's you create a team, and you go, man, we work well together. We're just gonna do this. You know what I mean? That's it. When you start doing that, you need to hire more Indians. Why? I need to hire another funny person. You need to get more women. Look what happened to Adult Swim. Adult Swim is dead. When was the last hit you heard about on Adult Swim?
I don't.
I'll tell you when. Right before Tim Heidecker said, we need to hire nothing but women. Dead ass. I'm dead serious. Do your own research on that. Look at the core. Oh.
His name is Adi Shankar. Adi Shankar.
Look at Renegade over here. Look at this Lorenzo Lamas looking ass nigga. You know, what are you, a juggalo? What is this?
That's him.
I think Ghost House in the chat called him Krishna Angel, which was right.
He's known for being in the 2015 Power Rangers movie. That's about it. I wish I could give you more.
This guy is such a faggot.
Why? What do you mean?
Look at this guy. Look at this. Why? What is that? What is you?
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's not. You think it's just for a shoot, right? No. He does this all the time with the eyes. That's his thing.
You can't be serious,
Mike. That's his thing.
Like one tiny more blob of that stuff, and he's doing blackface.
There you go.
What is?
It's his thing.
His thing needs to be getting fucking thrown screaming from a helicopter. That needs to be his thing. How do you look, dude? Look, what's his name?
Adi Shankar.
Listen here, Pajit. You cannot demand to be taken seriously when you look like that. But that's it. Period. Right? Shouldn't that be a rule? When he sits down and goes, look, we need to talk about your writing staff here. I'm sorry, who are you? And also, I believe you have something on your face. Would you like me to get you something to wipe that off with?
Apparently, he made the recent Dread movie, is what they're saying.
If this guy, the one that bombed horribly?
Yeah, that
the one that did terribly, terribly. Here's the thing, right? This is the kind of guy that if I am running a production...
I know not Judge Dredd, the new Dredd. People like the Dredd movie in the chat, apparently. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but nobody saw it.
No, that's
I'm
true.
glad you guys liked it, but nobody paid to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was not good. Like, I hate to shatter your illusions here, okay? But movies are meant to make money. And if they don't make money, then they were, it was badass. They were shooting in it. Cool. It made $0.
It made out of its entire run $41 million.
It might as well have made $41. Now, this guy, if he comes into an office, I run a production company, and he goes, we need to talk about the lack of Indian, protagonists in these stories nowadays. I would go, I am refusing to take this meeting until you clean your face off. No, I'm dead serious. That would be like, hey, we're meeting at the Four Seasons. It's going to be the producer, the director. And I get there. I would sit down and I would go, I'm not even going to start this meeting until he goes to a restroom and wipes that shit off his face and comes back, talks to me like a grown man as a power play. And I would make that nigga stand up, go to the bathroom, and come back without that shit on his face. And you know what? Yeah, he might get everything he asked for in that meeting. Doesn't matter. Wipe your face off. This is that, like, adults shouldn't be like this. You shouldn't be this autistic. You don't have any friends that go like, dude, what's with the eye thing? That's a man with no friends.
He even did it in the cartoon.
I know. This is a man with no friends. Because, like, if Roy started doing that, like, one day just, like, came into the studio one day without saying a word and just like, this is life now.
Yeah.
I would be like, I'm not doing the show today until you clean, like, I mean, if it was like a one-off bit, I
Right.
would laugh. But if it was like if every day he started coming in, I'm like, I'm not doing a show like this. You are a grown man. Clean your fucking eyeballs out. What's wrong with you?
Change my character or like hire Indian writers and voice actors. It just can't be done.
The Simpsons don't owe you anything. They don't owe you anything. That's what bothers me. They don't owe you to have an Indian writer because then you also need an Asian, and then you need an Asian writer, and you need a woman writer, and you need a this writer and a Japanese writer. You know they can only afford like 5-6 writers, right? They're not gonna sit there and what, gonna fill up the writers' room, look like it's a goddamn small world for them to make them happy.
We're not, listen, just for the sake of making you feel good, we're not going to make this fucking office into a model UN.
Yeah, no.
Like, we got shit to do.
You know what, Apu? You're making me cry right now on the inside. I'm also crying on the outside, but you can't see it because I'm animated right now, and animated tears cost too much money.
He's really funny.
Funny, dude. I get it.
Yeah, we need Indian writers like him who are really funny. Yeah. Indian writers with jokes like that.
You know, most people just, send a resume. They don't make this video whining.
Yeah.
He's hired.
And you're also a cartoon character voiced by a white guy who already quit. I'm not going to take it out on you.
He didn't quit. Hank Azaria didn't quit. I don't believe he quit.
I don't believe anything Indians tell me.
Hey, Hank Azaria didn't quit. You crazy? That guy's set for life with The Simpsons. He's not going to quit.
You guys just don't get it, dude. Like, you guys literally make Pakistanis likable.
But I am going to take it out on you. It's time to
already
stop
have.
making excuses. It's time to stop being upset and annoyed or lazy or going on Twitter and calling each other snowflakes. Everybody loves The Simpsons. I love The Simpsons.
No, you don't.
No,
you
you
don't
don't. You
love The
clearly
Simpsons.
don't like The
You
Simpsons.
don't love The Simpsons. You love if you love something, you let it be what it's supposed to be, and you appreciate it for what it is. When you love that's like saying, "I love you, but I'm going to change everything about you."
I love you, but if you don't do this, I'm going to leave you.
Yeah, then leave. Then I hope then leave. Nobody needs you here. Pack your bags and go. Stop. I love you, and The Simpsons have been around since fucking 1989.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Yeah. Been around since 1989, and now you have a fucking problem with them? Fuck you.
Yes. Yes, I have a problem.
I want to be on the same side again, but this is a problem.
No, you're a problem. A man who puts makeup on like that's a problem. A man who dyes streaks in his hair, man, is a problem. Hey, guess what? Fucking, what's this guy's name again? So I get it right. Fucking, what did you call him?
Pagit?
Hey, Pagit. Listen here, stupid.
Hey, street
all right?
shitter.
No matter how many leather jackets you wear, and no matter how much you paint your face to look like Brandon Lee from The Crow, you're still an Indian guy, and everybody sees it. And people, when they make fun of you, they go, "Hey, you're gonna go make this guy shits in the street." Am I right? That's the thing. He hates the Indian stereotype, but then he dresses like a fucking greaser. Like, what are you doing, faggot? You're an Indian dude. And when we think of Indian dudes, we think of this. When you think of a Cuban guy, you think of Scarface. When you think of a fucking Irish guy, you think, a drunk cop was going to hit you with a billy stick. When you think of
but only if you're black.
Yes. If you think of an Italian, you think of a goddamn mobster. So shut the fuck up. Stop pretending. I have an idea. Go to India and tell them to stop shitting in the streets before you come and tell the Simpsons how to make a poo. All right? Because you know what's more embarrassing than Apu? Having people, again, shitting in the streets. And 17 of you raping a fucking 12-year-old girl.
It's also embarrassing hearing somebody who's never made anything good talk down to a company that's made a show that's good for 30 years.
Yeah, fuck you,
Again,
man.
That is me walking into Seth MacFarlane's office and going, "Look, Seth, look, I get it. You're a big hit writer guy. Look, here's what you need to do." As soon as that came out of my mouth, I should be flung from that building like Jazz from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I should be hurled through the front door if I sit down in Matt Groening's office and go, "Look here, guy, I get it. You're big fucking producer, writer guy. But let's change some things up, huh?" The next thing should be me. Just throw it out the window. I don't know who the fuck that guy was or how he got in here, frankly.
Hold on, I got it. I think I can. You really made. Here it is.
Yes, this is footage of me after telling Seth MacFarlane how to run his company. That's actual footage right there. And it should be no other way.
Oh,
it
fuck.
should be no other way.
Yeah.
Nobody, whether it's this guy yelling at The Simpsons or it's Cobra Commander yelling at us, nobody should ever tell people that are doing something they themselves cannot do.
Yep.
How to do it. Okay? I would never tell Greg Louganis how to do a fucking triple swan dive. Hey, I think you're leaning a little too far into it. You should I know nothing about it. Okay? I would not tell Bob Ross, God rest his soul, hey, look, your trees are looking a little fucking whack lately. All right?
I would never tell Asia Argento how to groom a kid and then
Yeah.
bang him when he turned 18.
Yeah, dude, you're the one who, look, you are masterful at blowing 8-year-olds. I would never assume.
Never.
That I'm going to horn in on your action and tell you how to blow an 8-year-old. That is you,
That's
okay?
you, right?
Anymore, okay, then you should, I don't think Asia Argento should be telling me how to deal with hangovers properly. I got it.
You know what?
Probably both.
Hold on. Sorry, dude, but I've known her, and from what I've read about her, she knows how to drink. A lot.
She looks like it.
She really does.
She does look rough.
So let's fix it. Writers.
Also, she killed Anthony Bourdain. So there's that.
Hey. She broke his heart. He killed himself.
Same thing.
Fair enough.
I'm asking you to come up with a solution that subverts,
Hey, ladies,
pivots.
next time you're about to break up with a guy or friend zone him, fuck him instead. You might just save a life.
You heard it here first, folks.
Or evolves Apu here into a fresh, funny, and realistic portrayal of Indians in America. And if it can't be done, well,
So wait, so we're gonna have them beg for nudes,
Yeah.
from fake bot accounts. Are we gonna have them hanging signs all over your neighborhood saying "We will buy your house for $20 cash"?
Are you going to have him answer every tech support thing when you call on the weekends?
Yeah,
that'd be great.
There's really nothing, like, no offense, there's really nothing great about Indians. I hate to break it to you.
It's yeah. I'm trying to think.
Like, the Hindu religion's neat.
Yeah.
There are a couple of things about India that's cool, but as a people, you're not that outrageously cool. You should chill out with that shit.
I guess we're going to have to write you out of the show entirely, Apu.
Please don't do that last thing. I would like to continue to exist, please.
I'm going to post a link right here that goes to a submission page for an Apu screenplay competition. A panel of judges will be selecting the very best script that we receive.
But you don't work for Fox.
Which will then be delivered to Fox. In the end,
Which will then promptly be thrown in a trash can and forgotten about.
In the end,
Universe
Bootleg
will adapt the
Universe
script
will
as
adapt
entry
the
number
script.
7 in the Bootleg One-Shot series. And we can all move on with our regular Simpsons-loving but slightly less racist lives.
No.
Thank
Uh-oh.
you.
Don't you dare.
So you're going to threaten him with violence.
That's how they do it.
So you're going to say you're going to punch him in the... By
And
the
by
way,
that guy would never intimidate me either with his little eye makeup.
you're going to need those around your eyes.
Come on.
Do it.
While he's standing there, I will. Come on.
Thank you. Come again.
Come on. I'd even pinch his titty. I'd be like, come on, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's go.
By the way, I will take a punch to the face. That is the last thing anybody should ever threaten me with. I'll absorb it. I'll take a punch to spite somebody. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Go ahead. Come on.
Do it.
Because you're going to hit me, and I'm still going to fucking say it. How do you like them apples? I'll be doing the thank you, come again in an ambulance. I don't give a fuck.
So we have a...
Unless you have a gun. That's the only time
So it's...
That's the only time I turn into a woman. Is if somebody has a
fuck that,
firearm,
yeah.
then I'm like, hey, I won't say it.
So
But if you do this, I'm like, come on, man, don't wind up and don't follow through, bitch. Eye makeup wearing ass, bitch.
So we all agree that we need to put kids in like after school like programs, like karate and stuff like that.
I thought we were putting them in cages, separated from their parents.
No. I mean also, but But you talked about it yesterday. Like, hey, don't kill yourself. Do karate. Join a group sport. Play baseball.
Yeah, and then when that stuff doesn't work out, then kill yourself.
Well, Mike, I have something for you. Kids are being taught to dance. Now, I want you to tell me. This was over Facebook, by the way. I want you to tell me if this is acceptable.
Can I already say it's already not acceptable?
Why? What? It hasn't started yet.
It's already not acceptable.
It hasn't started yet.
Why is this kid in the middle dressed like this? This is already not acceptable.
So let's see. Tell me what you think. Okay? There's this Dance Up Studio. They posted this video. Oh, the one in the middle isn't a kid. The one in the middle is an adult teaching the kids. So she's not a kid.
But still.
No, I know.
Okay,
but I'm
fine. It's not a kid, but why are you still,
All right, here we go. Tell me if this is a proper activity for little girls. And here's the thing. I looked some of this up. There's schools now where they have these classes for kids to learn how to twerk dance and do all these. Not ballet. Remember back when little girls used to do ballet? And it was an art form? Yeah. Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
And then again, why is this lady even dressed like this? Like she's wearing panties.
You're right. You're right.
Let's get something straight. Mm-hmm. What that woman is wearing. Sorry, Cobra Commander, going to bring up my strip club experience.
Oh boy, now he's going to donate to us and not see the irony.
He was donating last night.
I know.
It was funny. If I were still managing clubs and that lady were dressed that way on my strip club floor, I would have told her, you're not allowed to be on the floor like this. You're allowed to be on stage like that. Mm-hmm. But generally, legally, the girls are supposed to have a sash or some kind of thing that covers their ass legally. Like this is, again, these are laws. So why are we being more lax, this woman around children, than we are in a strip club full of booze and people smoking and fucking trying to bang strangers with adults? You know what I mean? Like, we have to legally cover ass and genitals. This woman is wearing panties.
And by the way, again, I want to point this out. This isn't a one-off video. There's schools all over the place that you could do this. Seriously, all over the place where you could do this. Why would a little girl need to know how to dance like that? Like, no, think about that. Like, why would a little girl? Because, okay, this is a perfect example because you said yesterday, we're like, it's not just that we're going after a kid because the parents are dressing him up like a drag queen. This is just as disgusting, by the way.
Just as bad.
This is just as bad as that. And none of these are trannies, at least I don't think so. This is just as bad.
This isn't dancing. This is just thought-like behavior.
Yeah. Damien Scott says because mommy's trying to find the new daddy.
Yeah, it's Mario. This is how you dress up like a rave. Yeah, if you're a whore.
Uh-huh.
And again, I'm not big into whores. I'm just not. Like, I don't. Like, even at a rave, like, yeah, you dress up sexy, you dress up weird, but, like, the girls I was fucking around with didn't dress like complete streetwalkers when we went out. They might have dressed a little suggestive, but, and again, there was no fucking kids there. It was a bunch of us grown-ups shoveling drugs into our faces.
The closer says, several of my friends do pole dancing and twerking, and some of them teach kids classes. See, I told you, I'm telling you, it's not just this.
This is complete degeneracy.
Look how they have this little girl dressed up. The fuck is this?
And who is this broad doing these classes? She's got to be a former stripper or something.
Yeah, that's what it looks
They're
like.
always these former strippers. And that's another thing. A lot of these dance studios are run by former strippers. So you're like allowing your little girls to go learn habits from a fucking stripper. This is just peak degeneracy. And again, just like I was saying yesterday, when I have fantasies of men in power armor, like just seizing buildings and ripping people out by their throats, this is one of those scenarios where I'm like, send them in. Send them in.
All right.
Like fascism is the only thing we have left to try to save this. Like, we need people to just go in there and snap the necks of these people.
You sent me this. This is in Portland. This liberal carried an American flag to protest fascism in Portland. Antifa cracked his head open with a bat.
I'm not obviously
no
laughing at the guy who goes,
no, that's terrible.
You fucking guys cannot get a cohesive message together. It's really funny.
Paul Welch is not a fascist. He's a liberal who voted for Bernie Sanders in 2016. And for Hillary in the general election. On August 4th, he attended a far-right rally.
Hopefully that bat to the head made you smarter.
He attended a far-right rally in Portland, Oregon as a counter-demonstrator intent on signaling his opposition of the tactically fascist event. He told the Oregonian.
He gets hit in the head with a bat. He's like, I'm never voting with Democrat again. And you're like, you see, you cracked him in the head with a bat. Now he understands economics. Oh, my God, I suddenly know how money works. This is not sustainable.
So you want to start bats for Bernie Bros?
Bats for Bernie.
Yeah, bats for Bernie Bros. How did Antifa misidentify Welch? He brought an American flag.
How dare he?
With an attempt to take back...
What a piece of shit.
With an attempt to take back the symbol from Patriot Prayer. By the way, Patriot Prayer is not far right. So I don't like...
And also, that's not Patriot Prayer's symbol. Like,
yeah, it's America's. It's America's.
We're going to take it back from Patriot Prayer. I can assure you the American flag doesn't represent those faggots at Patriot Prayer.
Yeah. And they're not far right.
Joey fucking give a free speech platform to ISIS Gibson? Yeah. Shut up.
The right and certainly a lot of smaller groups like Patriot Prayer might rush to things like the flag and try to take it up as this is our symbol exclusively, Welch said. Part of my thinking was to take it back. And aside from a few odd looks, Welch did not encounter any problems when he joined hundreds of other counter-protesters who gathered at a city hall late this morning. In fact, Welch said him and several other people with American flags sprinkled among the groups of progressives, among union members and social justice activists. But then, two members of Antifa confronted him and demanded he hand over the flag, which they characterized as a fascist symbol. When Welch resisted, they attacked him.
It's your nation's flag. You fucking little twats. Shouldn't this be an automatic kick them out of the country? They hate this place.
Oh, yeah.
These spoiled latte drinking little homosexuals should be not everybody, helicopter rides. No. Helicopter rides safely and land them safely find one of the worst countries in the world. Let's all drop them off in
Canada.
Syria. I already said Syria.
Oh.
The same difference. And just leave them there and let them find out what oppression really is. The first time they suck a penis, they're going to get thrown off a roof.
Yeah, drop them off in Libya or Dearborn, Michigan, one of those crazy places.
I don't know. Somewhere where Laura Loomer's hiding out.
So I have the video.
She's in Syria right now. Why did you marry your brother? Because it's legal here. Oh. I probably should have looked into that further before I flew all the way here. This was expensive.
Wow, it's going to be really hard to get a non-Muslim Uber driver here. It's going to take a while.
Is it bad that my Lyft driver took my passport away? Where are you taking me?
Is it customary to have a black bag over your head when they drive you away?
Who told her to go to Syria? That's a bad idea. This is like Sharia law. No, it's actually
Sharia law.
You are fucked, lady.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, ma'am.
Don't tell anybody you're Jewish. Shh. You might be able to get by with the nose job. Just
shut up.
What about Israel?
God, come on.
Going to get killed.
All right. Sorry. So here's the answer. Back to the gentleman that got hit for holding a American flag at the Portland Antifa rally. Warning, graphic content. Okay, so here they are trying to take the flag from him.
I got the flag. This is the flag. Who even are these people?
Antifa.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, who the fuck even are you? Yo, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Did you see that?
Yeah, he cracked him over the head.
And then he walks away proudly.
They always walk away like little bitches, man.
Look, people are everyone taking pictures of him. The concussion landed him in the hospital for 2 days.
That's good optics, huh?
It was,
guys?
of course, wrong to attack Welch regardless of his political views, even if Welch had been Trump-worshipping and an alt-right troll. The masked man still had no right to take Welch's flag and club him over the head
Are you
when
people?
he resisted.
Are you people now starting to understand why no showing all of these things is really beneficial to us? Do you get it? Let them fucking beat up their own. Let them beat up the cops. Let them burn the city down. Let the state ruin their lives.
Don't you get filled with fucking rage though when you see a little faggot like that with a mask sucker hit somebody with a bat like they're not men, you know what I mean? Like you were saying earlier, it's one thing if someone goes like this to you, to your face, you're like, all right, okay,
yeah, start his hands.
But when you're just trying to hold your flag and somebody clocks you on the head and your own side, one more time.
Dude, you could hear that. You could hear
hurts.
You could hear it.
Yeah, I know. That really
you could hear
hurts.
When he hits him, man. That's fucking ow.
Somebody show this to Sting so he knows how to use a bat properly, please.
Seriously, well, it's a little late now.
Yeah, you're right.
He's gonna use it as a cane at this point.
All right, Mike. Last thing. We could do one more thing. So you can pick 1 through 3 for me, please.
Guys, we've had a lot of laughs here on Revenge of the Sis, but, black people are no laughing matter. Is that where we're going to close it out?
No!
Okay, sorry. Well, they're not any.
No, that's for the secret meeting
They
later.
are no laughing matter,
Shut
though.
up.
You got to treat them seriously.
Oh.
With regard for their...
You're right.
Yeah, so...
That's not what it sounded like,
2?
though. It sounded
2?
like... No, now don't just throw a number out.
2? Yes. Give me number 2. What do we got?
Oh, fuck. All right.
You're lucky I used that word. I was going to use a different one.
Let me introduce you to a old kids show in the 80s. Yogi Okie Dokie.
Hi, I'm Yogi Okie Dokie, and this is my farm.
Cock-a-doodly-doodly-doo-wop.
It's a Rasta bird. It's a Rasta bird, dude.
Clearly a white man in that, by the way. It's clearly a white man going to cock-a-doodle-doo, yeah, man. Lord of mercy.
Oh, fuck.
Bada bing, 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 bong. Yeah, smoking the ganja, man.
He should be riding a bobsled for John Candy. Oh, fuck.
So anyway, Yogi Okie Dokie. I
Yogi
like this guy. What
Okie
is
Dokie.
it? Please tell me there's more footage of this guy.
Doodly-doo-wop.
Lionel Joseph from Cameroon. Please excuse my English, which is bad. What is it? Which is whatever. I don't know. Stupid movie.
For those of you listening via podcast, it is a man dressed in a giant bird suit, but with a Rastafarian hat and dreads.
Pose, Rasta. Morning, Hal, now. Nice hat.
Yeah, man. You can milk Sister Moo Cow for all the information.
Eh?
Wow, do you feel that wind?
What the fuck?
They're feeling wind.
This guy is weird looking.
Oh, it gets weirder.
Time I feel a wind like this, it reminds me of something very, very important.
All right, Max Headroom, what else?
It reminds me.
Actually, he looks more like Max Hardcore.
Remember him?
He looks like Max Hardcore.
He does.
Dude, guys, somebody fucking... Can you pull up Max Hardcore, please?
Not without also pulling up a bunch of porn.
Well, no. Most of it's, I think, been removed from the internet. I don't even think you can find Max Hardcore stuff. He looks like fucking Max Hardcore, which is a reference. If anybody understands the reference, you should be ashamed of yourself.
There you go, Max Hardcore.
That's he looks like Max Hardcore. He looks just like
He
Max
really does.
Hardcore. Oh, so anyway.
Me to breathe.
Remember to breathe. Remember to breathe.
Remember to breathe.
Don't forget to breathe, little yogis.
Why is he touching the kids, huh?
Like, look, man.
A couple of things before we even get to the kid part. Who does yoga in jeans?
Fucking Yogi Okie Dokie does.
Okay, all right.
I love that name, by the way.
Yogi Okie Dokie.
Yogi Dokie.
Are you breathing, Christian? See, there's a chicken scratching in the dirt.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Come down and rest when you need
He's
to.
adjusting them, man. They're doing yoga.
This literally reminds me of Dennis Reynolds in the park when he's like, and make sure I gotta go down real deep and get those glutes as the fucking dads are all approaching him.
Beautiful.
With the mustache. Remember he grew the mustache? Because he was like, oh no, I look a lot like this local pedophile. Here's my way out of it. I'll grow a mustache.
Beautiful. Nice anvil, Christian. Oh, nice tomato. I'll save that for my sandwich. Good one, Aaron.
Saving the tomato for the sandwich. Okay. I want you to keep an eye on his eyes with the black kid. This is really telling. Watch. No, look at the look back. You get it. There's a look back too. Did you see the looking at the package?
Yeah, it's not.
Still looking at the package.
As he says,
Yummy.
Really? Oh boy, I don't like his posture while he's looking at the kid or any. It's all so weird. What is this?
And don't forget, man, Rastabird says if you tell, you'll get in trouble too.
And again, this will show you just how ridiculous we've become as a culture that this person uploaded this and felt that racist was the biggest. I got to point out in the title how racist this video is because that's the big standout thing.
Yeah.
Look at this racist chicken. Yeah,
That's the problem.
That's not the fact that he's doing yoga with children and rubbing their buttocks. Like it's hey, we can all agree this chicken's kind of racist, right? This is our country. The priorities we have now. It is absolutely a fucking shit show morally in this country.
Look at him. Look where his eyes are.
Yeah, it's right on his dick. Please tell me that there's stories about that. Like, where did this?
I just found out about it today. I'll find more stuff.
Vegetable.
Black penis. I mean vegetable.
Vegetable.
N-word dick.
I mean vegetable. Vegetable.
Vegetable. That's a vegetable.
Sorry, I was thinking about something else.
Thinking about that big black cock. Sorry, I don't know.
I'm sorry. Okie dokie yokie. Whatever this.
Hey, you're at least 15, right?
Right. You're a cop. You have to tell me if you're a cop, all right?
You've been doing kids shows for so long, you figure 15 is fair game. I don't like this new Power Rangers remake. It's very disturbing and low budget.
You know what? Though with all the kids, it looks like Captain Planet.
But no, they all have a different color
That's
team
true.
spandex. It really does. And they're all a different race. The Asian one's dressed in yellow. This is definitely Power Rangers.
All right, we got to end the show, man.
Remember, like, Power Rangers gave everybody the most racist color?
Of course.
Black guy was black guy. Asian girl was yellow. The slutty girl was pink. Like, it was just, everybody had a stereotype.
Yeah, the black guy was the only one that was wearing lugs with his suit.
The red guy was just an alpha male Chad.
All right, guys, thank you for listening. We appreciate it. That was a fun show today. You can help us out by going to revengeofthesis.com. Go there and hit the donate button. Become a patron. A patron? Patron?
I guess.
Patron? Help us out. We will be going up to DC in a couple weeks, so we got to plan all that. You guys work on that. Whoever's going to be up there, let us know what's going on. You can help us out by going to streamlabs.com. Revenge of the Sis. What?
Somebody sent me a picture of Max Hardcore on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
It's just the fucking... the jacket is horrendous. But I want it so badly. I want that country western jacket with the roses on the lapels and the zipper pockets. Oh, that is hideous.
Thank you, everybody, for listening today. We really do appreciate it. Mike, you doing a Nightwave tonight?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Twitch.tv/Nightwave Radio. That's where you'll find Mike tonight doing Nightwave. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I'll be up doing Daywave Radio, youtube.com/Daywave Radio. If you're on Facebook, go to Revenge of the Sis fans, become a fan. Hey, Mike, I was talking to some people. Are you down for an ROTC fantasy league?
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to do the work, but if someone does the work, we'll do an ROTC fantasy league.
Yeah, we need a commissioner.
Yeah, please, not us.
Not me. I hate that shit.
We'll be up in D.C. in a couple weeks.
Fucking... I'm going to leave it alone.
What were you going to say? Is it going to be mean? All right. Thank you for listening, guys. We'll be back tomorrow, 4 to 6 p.m. If you listen on iTunes, hit subscribe, like, anywhere you like it. Get the word out. See you.